Hello, yogis and yoginis. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. My name is Nissa, and we are about to embark on an adventure 75 minutes of hot flow. Yesterday was Small Business Day, and today is Giving Tuesdays. This studio is a very small studio, and we rely on your donation. So if you can find it in your heart to support us, we will be very grateful. And with that, we're going to take a big breath in, be grateful for everything we have, and release. And now, just come to a seated position, any position that is comfortable to you on the mat. Maybe your hands are on your thighs, opening up to the heavens. Close your eyes. Our world is full of stimuli for the eyes. It's so important to close them and concentrate on what we hear, what we smell, what we feel. Tuck your chin just a tiny bit and straighten your spine some more, as if someone is pulling you from the crown of your head upwards. Big inhale in, and on your exhale, release your shoulders down. Open your chest a little bit and keep breathing. On your inhale, let your belly soften. On your exhale, let your rib cage pull in, squeezing the air out. And in, let the belly soften, maybe opening the chest a little bit more, lifting the chin a little bit. And exhale, tuck that belly in and squeeze the lungs. Keep on breathing in a natural way, doing this a few more times in silence. Maybe setting an intention to this class. Bring your hands to your heart center. You may bring them together or put one on the chest and one on your belly. Your choice. And we're going to start this practice with the sacred sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and Om. Open your eyes and smile. Bring your hands over your head slowly and nicely, keeping the shoulders down. And now one hand goes up. It doesn't matter which one, because we're going to do the other one as well. And just try to reach something up in a tree, maybe an apple. And while you're stretching one hand, the other bends over to the side of your body. Try to Bring it as low as you can, at the same time, the other hand as high as you can. Your gaze can go to the hand up high or in front of you, whatever feels great for your neck. One more time to each side and come back to center. Both hands behind you, fingers pointing to the back of the room. Tuck your tailbone in, tuck your chin as well, and roll inward as if you're tucking everything you've got. Push the belly outward, untucking the tailbone, untucking the chin, look up. If you feel comfortable with releasing the head back, then do so. In any case, don't let the shoulders crunch back. Inhale, exhale, roll in, tuck yourself in. I call this roly-poly. Inhale, bring that belly forward. Bring the chest forward, release the head back. Untuck your tailbone. It's like sassing it. Inhale, roly-poly, roll forward. Tuck your chin in as far as you can to your chest. And come back to center. Right hand goes over the left thigh. Left hand behind you. Twist. And in twist, we always keep breathing. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. You can look to the back if you know you're a bendy type. If you are not, then leave your gaze to the left. And come back to center slowly. Doing that twist is important. And take it to the other side. Left hand behind, over the right thigh. Right hand behind you. Twist. Inhale, lengthening. Exhaling, twisting a little bit more. This twist is emphasizing the opening of the chest, so your shoulders do the work. Your sitting bones are on the floor. And come back. Switch legs. So if you're sitting in crisscross applesauce, you want to create some sort of a balance in your body. Take it to the twist to the left, the same way we did before. We're going to be here for 2 to 3 breaths. So make it count. This time you can go deeper by rolling those shoulders back and then opening the chest to the left, maybe looking to the back. Inhale, exhale. Don't forget your breath and come back to center. Take it to the other side. Left hand over the right thigh. Twist to the right. Roll those shoulders down. And then open your chest. Maybe gaze going backwards. One more breath. And bring it back to center. Meet me at table. Anywhere and anyhow you get there is fine. All right, so table proper. We have knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Open your knees a little bit wider and then start rolling around the hips, circling to one direction. We're going to do the other, so it doesn't matter which direction. But be gentle. And take this time to breathe and maybe pinpoint those areas that you are feeling need more love. Switch directions. And this is also a wonderful, wonderful movement to explore other types of movement layer. So if you want, you can step to one side or to the other by shaking your bum. And if you are down with the circling, bring the knees back under your hips. And push yourself over your wrists, but ever so slightly. We are awakening the wrists. Many people have problems with them. You don't want to be one of them. And come back, push yourself all the way to child pose. Breathe in and out. Come back up to table and push yourself over your wrists, maybe this time a bit further forward, but again, ever so slightly. Now, if you're a bendy type and your body is into it, start circling, but this time just over the wrists. So your hips are not in the game. It's just the shoulders, your chest pushing down and circling over the wrists. And then to the other side, 2 or 3. This is important, even if it's not comfortable. And then come all the way down to child pose. Breathe in and out. Open those shoulders. Release the head to the mat. And when you're ready, come back to table. Tuck your toes under and push yourself to a seated position on your heels. So many times often we neglect the most important part, which is the foot. So stretch it, sit on it, enjoy it. It's not comfortable, it shouldn't be, but do it. Now, if this is comfortable to you, maybe moving from side to side on the balls of your feet, of your toes, will feel a little bit weird, but again, so important, you guys. Circle your wrists while doing it so your mind is thinking about something else, because this is not easy. And release back to table. Give it a little bit of a shake, 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 shake. And inhale, right hand goes up to the sky. Exhale, thread it under the left hand. Take all the air out. On your inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, thread it. Use that twist to squeeze the air. Inhale, last time up. Thread the needle and stay here. Bring your cheek to the mat. Maybe bring the left hand behind your back, the back of the hand on your sacrum, opening the chest a little bit more by pushing that shoulder back. And release the left hand to the mat. Inhale, open the right hand to the sky, release it to the ground. Inhale, left hand goes up to the air, to the sky. Exhale, thread it under. Make sure all the air is out, and only then, with the inhale, open up. Exhale, thread it under. One more time. Inhale, exhale, thread it, and stay. This time, right leg goes behind your back, maybe opening the chest. And release the hand back. On your inhale, bring the left hand back to the sky and down to the mat. Tuck your toes under and bring your knees to a hover. Hold it here, engage your core. Your spine is as neutral as you can. So look down, but not completely tucking the chin in. Keep on holding. Shoot the left leg back on the floor and switch. Right leg straight to the back and switch. Left and switch. right, and switch left, and switch right. Bring it back and release knees to the ground. Come back to sitting, like a modification of hero. Circle your wrist again. Please take care of yourself. It's always important. Interlace the fingers on your sacrum. Roll those shoulders up. Look up, but tuck your core in. And release everything. Come back to table. Come back to that hover. Bring the right knee to the right elbow. Bring it back to the hover. Left knee to left elbow. And back, hover. Right, back. Left, back. Left, back, tuck that core, back, left, one more time, right, left, back, release the knee, untuck your toes, child pose, breathe in and out. Roll your head on the mat, on your forehead, from hand to hand, just releasing that upper body that works so hard, sometimes too hard, compensating for your core. Push back up to table. Tuck your toes under. And this time, bring the hips up to downward dog. Bend your knees plenty so you can actually glue your belly to your thighs. Then pay attention to your shoulders. Are they rolled away from your ears? If so, wonderful. Let the head go. Say yes, no, and push all fingers into the mat. Bring your heels as high as you can up. And now walk the dog, one heel at a time, coming down to the mat. Try to challenge yourself not to move anything from the hips to your fingertips, only the legs. So the stretch of the hamstrings is complete. Keep on walking and breathing a few times and come to stillness. Maybe you are lowering your heels to the ground in your practice today. Maybe not. If not, keep your knees bent. Release everything you have. Inhale. Exhale. Push that belly to your thighs. Bend your knees plenty. Look forward and walk or hop to meet your hands. Forward fold. Release the neck. Roll it around a couple of times just to make sure it's completely free. Release the hands and just sit your belly on your thighs. Inversions are so important for the body. We're going to be here for 3 breaths or so, just to make the circulation try new things, right? And on your next inhale, bring the right hand to grab the left shin. On your inhale, left hand comes up, bend the right knee. Left leg stays straight while left hand is up. You can gaze up or down, again, depending on your neck. Breathe in, tuck your core in, and release. Bend both knees. One more time. Inhale, straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. Open the left hand to the sky and gaze wherever you want. Now make sure your shoulders are rolled back. Make sure your core is tucked in. And release. Release the right hand. Take the left hand to grab the right shin. Right hand goes up. Right leg straightens up. Left leg stays bent. Look up, roll those shoulders down, and release. Inhale, go back up, straightening the right leg, straightening the right hand to the sky. Tuck your core in, push those hips back, and release. Forward fold. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your thighs. Stay in forward fold. Release your head. And in your imagination, come up, stacking those vertebrae like Legos, one on top of the other, tucking the tailbone in, making everything else come on top of the other. Then roll those shoulders. Open your hands. Look forward, lifting just a tiny bit the chin so we can open the chest. Roll those shoulders back, but activate the glutes. We are in Tadasana, grabbing everything you can. The mountain does that. Come back to the intention. And on your next inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky, maybe bending at the knees, looking up. Exhale, heart center, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky, and this time hinge from the hips and come all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, holding to the shins. Tuck your core in and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to a T. Keep a micro bend in your knees. And now twist as if you're an airplane, twisting to the left. Twist to the right. Engage core. One more time to the left. Engage core, roll those shoulders back. And to the right. Release down to forward fold. Hands to the mat. And legs shoot back to plank. So plank proper is table. Wrists under your shoulders. Hands, legs, hips distance apart. Look forward, round your back, activate your core and your glutes. Look a little bit forward, so open your chest. And on your next inhale, lower your knees to the ground, untuck your toes, and now push those hips forwards as if coming to upward dog. And then push the back side of your feet into the mat, lifting the knees up, looking up. Inhale, exhale, come to child. Inhale, exhale, come back to table. Tuck your toes under and push back up to downward dog. Walk the dog if you need to. If not, meet me at stillness. Inhale, bend the knees. Look forward, do not walk forward yet. Sorry, Corina. And bring the knee, the right knee to the right elbow. And bring it back. And this time, move forward over your wrists and then move back to push the hips on your heels. So you're going forward and back like an animal. Left and back. Make it count with your breath. back and front, back and front, and release the movement. Knees in a hover, look forward, walk or hop to meet your hands, forward fold. Inhale, slowly circle sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale to heart center. Right hand comes behind your back. Left hand comes on your sacrum, the back. Open your feet wider than your hips. And we're going to twist to the right a few times. Make sure your left leg can join the game, and make sure your elbows are as far back as you can. A few times. And breathe. The last time you're in the twist, stay here, lift that left heel up, and try to connect the hands behind your back. Some can do it, some can't. It's fine. And if you have a strap or some sort of a towel, you can use that. Thank you. And release back to center. Switch the hands. Left hand behind you, right hand on the sacrum. And again, twist a few times. It's your movement, your rhythm. Only one side, only to the left. So at some point, the right hand leg this time pushes and helps stay left, and try to connect those hands. So I can connect them on one side, but not on the other. That's perfectly natural. Open those elbows. That's the intention of the movement. Open those elbows. And release to standing. Bring those feet together. Circle sweep the hands to the sky with your inhale. Exhale, come all the way down to a forward fold. Put your hands under your feet to a gorilla stretch. So this is the counter pose, believe it or not, to the twisting we just did. We're gonna take the hands out of their shoulder sockets. So you are pulling with your hands on your feet, and at the same time pushing the hips up, trying to straighten those knees. Now, you might not be there, and that's fine. It's just the intention that counts. Keep on breathing, keep on pulling, and at the same time, shooting those hips to the sky. One more breath. Inhale, pull. Exhale, up, and release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Maybe jump or walk to a plank. Plank proper. Make sure everything is engaged. Now, if you want, you can lower your knees. If not, stay with me in plank and come to chaturanga push-up. Hold it. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Come to downward dog. Walk the dog. What do you say, guys? A little break of water? Yeah? Excellent. I'm gonna take the time to remind you people that we are so diligent here with the masks. That's why I'm breathing. But we take it really seriously for you guys. So hope you see that. Let's go back. Downward dog. Take the time to come back. Take the time to drop into the pose. And again, push the mat away. Shoulders go away from the ears. It's essential to the movement. All fingers digging into the mat. Core engaged.
Breathe in and let it go. On your next inhale, right leg goes up in the air. Leave those hips square. Circle your heels a few times, one and to the other direction, I mean. And then lift the left heel up in the air. Now open that leg or that hip by bending the leg backwards. If you want, flip the dog. If not, stay with us here with the hip opener. Come back to three-legged dog. And bring the right knee to your chest and then in between your hands to runners. Come to a hover. And in this hover, look a little bit forward, but make sure the crown of your head is one line with the back heel. Your hands are open to the ground. Try to get those inner thighs to meet. They're not going to meet, but that's the intention. Inhale and exhale, core is tucked in. On your next inhale, shift yourself forward, bringing the left leg, up in the air to airplane. Your hands are there. Inhale, exhale, bring it back to runners. Inhale, come to crescent. Bend that back knee, stack your body on, and bounce. Just feel it. This is so different from runners, right? This is bouncy, bouncy. even silly. Inhale. Exhale, come back to runners. Feel the seriousness of this one coming to get you. And release the hands to the ground, framing the right leg, pushing the right leg to plank. Again, if you wish, lower your knees. If not, chaturanga push-up, halfway, tuck your elbows in. Inhale, untuck your toes. Come to upward dog. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward dog. And walk the dog. Come to stillness. Remember, shoulders away from the ears. And just lower your heart rate. Inhale, left leg goes up in the air. Square those hips. Pull that heel up so you're standing taller now, and only then open the hips by bending the left leg back. If it's in your practice, maybe flipping the dog. If you do so, please make sure your right shoulder is strong. And bring it back to three-legged dog. Bend the left leg to the chest and bring it in between your hands to runners. Make sure you're stable and come to a hover. Open those palms of your hands to the ground. Look a little bit forward. Contract those inner thighs and make sure the back leg is super activated. Inhale, shift your weight onto the left leg, pushing slowly and with control the right leg to warrior 3 or airplane. Open that chest and bring it back really slow and with control. Inhale, crescent, bouncy, bouncy. I love that word. Now, even though I'm bouncing here, my core is completely engaged. My glutes are working. My shoulders are away from my ears. Inhale. Exhale, come back to runners. Engage everything you have. Make it your go-to pose. And release the hands to the ground, framing the left leg, pushing it back. And this time, if you want, 5 chaturanga push-ups, maybe on your knees, with me. 5 halfway push-up. 4, push up. 3, push up. 2, push up. 1, hold it. Untuck your toes and come all the way to the mat. Breathe in and out. Lower your heart rate. This is essential. Think about your heart. Give it oxygen by breathing. And take a break. Breaks are not cheating. That's my new mantra. Take a break. 2 more breaths here. If you did the push-up like I did, you feel it. And if you didn't, next time you will, I promise you. All right. Set up for baby cobra. Shoelace side of your feet engaging into the mat, pushing so much so that your knees are up. Engage your glutes. Way before you do anything, hands do not push you up. It's the back and the core that does that. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. Now don't look up, look down and roll those shoulders back. This is a different cue. Push up, 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 and release. Maybe windshield the legs from side to side. We have 2 more sets of that. Breathe, set the legs up. Now some people like to open the legs for it. Check it out. Some people like them together. Anyways, set up the legs. Engage everything. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, come up. Roll those shoulders back. Make it count. Go up and release. Windshield the legs. Now try every set to come a little bit higher without using the hands. That's the whole secret. And this pose is medicine, you guys. Okay. Engage legs into the mat. Roll shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Roll those shoulders back. Look to the mat. Look to the mat. Elongate your spine. Keep breathing. Keep engaging the legs. You can do it. Now, maybe coming to cobra, extending the hands, pushing a little bit, and only now look forward and release. Push yourself to table and to child pose. So child pose is the counter pose of all back bends. So breathe in and out. Again, take a break. Pay attention to your heart. Not only metaphorically. Come back to the intention of your class and your practice. And meet me in table. Tuck your toes under. Push those hips up to downward dog. And now don't walk the dog. This time, stay here for 2 breaths. Pushing the mat away, release The neck, rolling the shoulders back, pushing all fingers into the mat, extending the back of your legs, engaging the core. And walk the hands to meet your hands. Keep your legs straight this time and tent your fingers, your hands fingers obviously, on the mat. If you are not getting to the mat, obviously you can always hold on to your shin. The intention of this pose is rolling the shoulders back and engaging the core, a very small movement. And release to a forward fold, bending the knees. Inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale to heart center. Bring your hands to your hips and let's circle the hips just a tiny bit to one direction. Make it small. It doesn't have to be a big movement. But by all means, if you want to make it a big movement, you can bend your knees and do so by pushing the tailbone back, then to the side, then forward, and again. And switch sides. This is such an important movement. You can see it in belly dancing. And at some point, just come to stillness and breathe. On your next inhale, circle sweep the hands to the sky, heart center, and come straight to chair. Now, if you are one of the people that have problems to maintain knees at a certain place, place a block in between your legs or a rolled up towel the next set. Just hang in there. We have a few sets coming. And inhale, come all the way up. Shake, 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 and get that thing. It could be also a pillow if you have a couch pillow next to you or whatever. Again, if you have a tendency for your knees to wander. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, come to chair. Now let's work on the chair. Push those hips back. Roll those shoulders up. Open your chest, look forward. Your hands can be in heart center, zombie hands, or chair proper. Some people like it on the hips. Please do what's good for you. We're gonna pump down. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go deeper. You can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. And remember the circle the hips. Do it now or take a drink of water. Anything that places a break for your brain. It's very important. All right, come back to Tadasana. Open your chest. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands to the sky. On your exhale, come to chair. Remember, if you need that thing in between your legs, do so. Bring the right elbow over your left thigh this time and twist to the left. Again, are your knees at the same place? If not, you might be one of those that need something in between them. Come back to center. And take it to the other side. Left elbow over the right thigh. And maybe like Corina behind me, open the hands. One more breath. Come back to center and all the way up. Again, shake, shake, shake. Find a movement that signals your brain, break. I love this. Some people love throwing the hands around you. Some people like to go to child's pose. It's all valid. You do you. Excellent. And come back to the intention of the class, into Tadasana. Open your hands to the future. Let it seep in. Shift your weight to the right leg, bending the left. Bring the left leg up 90 degrees or so. And we're going to kick 10 times forward. Hands can be on the hips, open, or whatever. You are your own instructor here. So straighten and back. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, and release. Again, a little bit of a movement, and come back to your powerful self. Shift your weight to your left leg, engaging the glute. Bring the right knee 90 degrees up. 10 kicks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, and release. Just a tiny bit of challenge, right? Again, movement, or this movement, or nothing. Nothing is fine too. Tadasana, come back to 0. Shift your weight into the right leg. Building up on the same movement, bringing the left leg up. Kicking and holding. Bend, open to the left. Kick to the side, holding. Bend, bring to the center. Kick, holding. Bend, open to the side. Kick, holding. Bend to the front. Last time, you guys. Kick to the front. Breathe. Core engaged. Bend, open to the side. Last one. Kick to the side. Bend, bring to the center, and release. So important for the hips to do this. So important for mobility. If you're aging like me, you need it, especially women. Not that men don't, but it's so important to work those thighs while balancing. All right? Come back to Tadasana. Inhale, come back, drop in. You can do it. Shift your weight to the left leg. Engage everything you've got. 3 sets. Bring the right leg up. Straighten it, hold it. Inhale, exhale, bend. Open to the side. Inhale, exhale, kick. Hold it. Bend. Bring it back to center. Kick. Hold it. Bend. Open to the side. Kick, hold. Bend. Last time, you guys. Front. Kick. Hold. Bend. Open. Kick, hold. Bend. Bring inside. Kick and down. Whew. So bend along and enjoy. Come back to Tadasana. Shift your weight to the right leg. Bring left leg in front of you. Kick it and step it forward. Thought another one, right? No, we did enough. So open the back leg a little bit, setting up for pyramid pose, making sure your hips are square to the front. We want to release the hip flexors and the lower back, and this is the pose for it. Micro bend, hands on your hips, hinge from the hips. When you can no longer come forward, and please pay attention to your hips being square, only then roll yourself over the front leg, bringing the hands to the ground, releasing the head. Maybe your forehead, is touching your knee. In my case, my mic is touching my knee. Keep pushing those hips back. Keep locking your belly in. And we come up the same way we came down. Come to a neutral back. Bring the hands to the hips. And engaging the core tremendously, microbending your knees, come all the way up. Bring the back leg to meet the front. Maybe a little bit of side movement. I love this. This is cross-plane movement, very important. And setting it up to the other side. Shift your weight to the right leg. Activate everything you've got. Bring the left leg up, hands on the hips. Kick the leg and step it forward. Now make it a comfortable... excuse me. Bring the left leg back. Bring the right leg up. I wanted to do pyramid on the same side. It's all for you guys, really. Now straighten the right leg and then step it up. Now set up in the right position. So my left foot opens up a little bit to the side. I am very diligent about my hips squaring to the front. Now come all the way down, hinging from the hips. Don't round your back yet. Micro bending your knees. When you can't go any further, lock that belly in and release the hands, release the head. Maybe rounding the back. Not everybody can round the back here. And that's fine too. The movement is at the hips. You push the hips back, like in chair. One more breath. Lock that belly in. And come out of it the same way we came in. Straightening back, hands to the hips. Engage core tremendously. And only then come back up. Meeting both legs at the top of your mat. I'm gonna face you, but you guys are at the top of the mat. Open your legs to 45 degrees wider than your hips. Circle sweep the hands to the sky and come to a squat. Now, if this is not available to you, stay here where your knees are not over your toes. If you can, come all the way down. Now, some people can be here with the heels up. That's fine too. The intention of the pose is pushing with your elbows on the inside of your knees while straightening your back. So again, neutral back, inhale up, exhale, push those legs open a little bit while tucking the tailbone in. 2 breaths here. Every inhale you go up, every exhale you open up a little bit more by rolling those shoulders back and pushing the knees outwards. This is such an important mobility pose. If you can read your phone like this or a book, please do so. Release the tension. Bring your hands in front of you. If you are here, then just go down and open, toe heel your feet to a wide spreaded forward fold. You can either hold yourself with your hands or come to your forearms and release your head. If you're a bendy type, you can grab hold of your heels and pull yourself down to the mat while pushing those hips up just like we did in gorilla. Breathe in and out, tuck that core in and push those hips up, trying to bring the forehead to the mat. And release, bring the hands back to center, and this time everybody straighten your hands so you're in a halfway lift with a wide stand. Bend the right leg to a side lunge. Just go where you can and straight it up. Side lunge to the left and bring it up. Now try to keep the back straight. Just the hips working. And again, the hips go back. You're not moving forward. That's why the hands are there. Your glutes are working. We are awakening the lazy glutes. One more time to each side. And toe heel the legs back to your hip distance apart, to a forward fold, a regular one. Release everything you have. Walk those hands just a tiny bit forward, like 6 inches, and push from your heels forward onto your wrists. Now the key ingredient in this movement is tucking the core in. This is actually core work. So bring those heels up, push forward. As if you're coming to a handstand. We're not doing that, don't worry. But this is just the preparation. One more time. Forward. And this time, the next time you come forward, bring only the right leg to touch your wrist, your right wrist, and bring it back. Again, core work here, you guys. Forward, tuck with the left leg to the left wrist. One more time. Right to the right, left to the left. This doesn't work if you're not tucking your core in and up. One more time. Right leg to right wrist and back. Left leg to left wrist and back. Inhale all the way up. Did you feel that, guys? Did you feel the core working? Take a sip of water. Come back to it. That exercise, if you are fascinated by handstands, is the most important thing you can do. You do that 10 times, both of those exercises 10 times a day. It will build up your core and your stacking of the hips over your shoulders when you come to a handstand. Obviously, we're not doing anything of those dangerous poses in our classes, but your journey is yours. So stand tall. Open your feet to that squat again. And please come to the end of your mat. Yeah. Bring yourself down to a squat. Bring your hands forward as far as you can while leaving the knees open in that squatting. You can bring your heels up if it's easier. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Then move forward and bring the knees down to the ground, leaving or untucking the toes under, coming to hero. Bring those knees in and just breathe. Push yourself up with your glutes on your knees. If you need, please make sure you are cushioning your knees here. So roll your mat or put a towel. I'm rolling my mat. And come up. Bring the hands to the side of your body. Engage core. Roll your shoulders back and lean back as far as you can. Breathe in. Out, come back. So try to make it a core engagement, not only thigh. The way you do it is by tucking your chin and looking at your navel, so you're contracting. All right, hands on the side of your body. Go back. Look at your navel. It's different, huh? Now your core is working. And bring it back. One more time. You can do it. Lean back. Activate glutes. Activate your hip flexors. Look at your navel. Bring the hands up. Go deeper. And release the hands to table. Cows and cats. Cows and cats. Maybe circling the hips a little bit. And whenever you're ready, come to stillness in table and bring the right knee in between your hands, setting up for pigeon. So left leg back, straight, parallel to the side of the mat, and right thigh parallel to the right side of the mat. 2 hands in front of you. Now, if this is enough for you, wonderful. You gotta see that your sitting bone, your right sitting bone, is not up in the air. If it is, put something under. And if this is comfortable, come down on your forearms. Some people are very bendy. They can come all the way down and put the forehead on the ground. We're going to be here for a few breaths, so take your time. With every breath, you dig deeper into that opening of the right hip and into the stretching of that left hip flexor. If you feel the need to stretch more, you can always bend the left leg and try and grab the foot with your left hand while on the ground or on your forearm. And then bring that heel to your glute, your left heel to your left glute. Make sure your sitting bone, your right sitting bone, is on the mat indeed. That will create another layer of movement into this wonderful and amazing stretch. If you grab the foot, let it go, come back to setting yourself into pigeon proper, and take some time to release yourself to the ground, to surrender to the gravity. Breathing in and breathing out. If you did bend your left leg, maybe challenge yourself by bending the left leg again, and this time grabbing the foot with your right hand so it's diagonal behind your back. If you do so, try to maintain the left knee inward and release. If you're holding your foot, one last breath here. Make it count. And walk your hands slowly towards your thigh, your front thigh obviously. Square those hips. And when they are, push up and push that right leg back, bringing the left knee forward, setting up for pigeon on the other side. So again, legs are parallel to their sides. Left thigh, left side of the mat, right leg to the right of the mat, hands in front of me. I actually take a long while to come down because I like this stretch in my back as well. Come all the way down if you wish. And if you are challenging yourself today, bring that red. Why did I say red? I meant right leg into your cheek, your butt cheek. We're having really beautiful terminology here today. And just grab it with your right hand, stretching that hip flexor. Keep breathing and dropping into the ground. Can your chest release the tension? Let go of the leg. And this time, if you want to challenge yourself more, then bend it again and grab hold with the left hand. Try to make sure your left sitting bone is on the mat. Don't come up. And release the leg. Release everything to the ground. Small adjustments here. And walk your hands to meet your thigh. Give it a little bit of a squaring of the hips. And then push up, tucking the toes under, and bringing the legs to table. A little bit of release of the hips and the thighs. And whenever you are ready, my friends, bring your legs forward. Sitting up. Flex your foot and grab whatever you can. It could be your shins, it could be your toes, it could be your heels. And once you do that, straighten your back. Don't round it. So you're hinging from the hips. If you're bendy, you can bend your elbows and push that belly onto your thighs. And only then roll yourself forward. And release. Come all the way up. Bring the right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Hug it with your left hand. Right hand kickstanding. Now if you need more, you can bring the leg over the thigh and then do the same. Okay? Whatever your body is saying. You can even bend your left leg as Corina is doing behind me. I'm just going to move so you can see. Oh, no. And twist. So we're coming back and kind of circling down to the twist. Inhale, elongating, exhale, twisting. And this time, go all the way back. Release. Bring the thigh to land on the left thigh. So I like it like this, but you can keep it like that. We're just going to bend over. Asymmetrical stretch forward. So important So important to the lower back. Release the head, let it hang. I can't because of the mic, but you guys do it. If you see me holding the head, let your head go. One more breath. And bring it back to the simple sitting. Legs in front of you. Bring the left foot to the inside of your right foot to the twist. If you need more of a challenge, cross it over. Bring the right hand to hug your left hand. Left hand, left leg, sorry, left hand kickstanding, twisting to the left. Now take it deeper. Look all the way back. Maybe flexing the straight foot to bring another layer of movement. Maybe rolling those shoulders down and opening them to the side. Breathe in. Out a little bit of a stretch. And release. Let the left leg rest on your right thigh and bend over, maybe grabbing your shin, your foot, whatever. You might be here, that's fine. Release your head here. You want to round that spine. You want to create that length that is happening because you're sitting and stretching the hamstrings. So the hamstrings cannot compensate for your back. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come on up. Release the left leg and come all the way down to your mat. You can breathe in silence, thinking of all the things you need to do maybe. But if you do, treat it like a toddler. Tell them all those thoughts. It's okay. I'll come back later. Breathe in and out. Drop some more. Let everything rest. And just give it what it needs. A break. It's so important to do nothing. To think of nothing. To ponder of nothing. To drop into your body and to sense your sweat and your hard work. Breathe in and out. And start bringing some small movements to your fingers, to your toes, maybe your shoulders, maybe swaying from side to side. And once you are awakened, Roll to one side, take a breath, and push yourself up to a seated position. Closing this practice with the sacred sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and Om. Spirit in me, thanks the Spirit in you. Namaste. Bye, guys.